Welcome to the Calvin Dean Show. My name is Calvin Dean. It's week 9. We are halfway into the season. It is going to be an amazing week 9. We got some great games to go over. First, I want to go over the standings in the NFL right now. It's just an amazing thing. We have the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC East 7-0. I mean, these guys are just rocking all over the place, you know, and the New York Football Giants came down to earth against Seattle, and they are now 6-2. We have the we have the Commanders 4-4, guys. 4-4. I cannot believe it. The Dallas Cowboys 6-2 as well. Dallas looked good. Dallas looked really good. Their offense looked really, really good. We have the NFC North. The NFC North, we have the Minnesota Vikings, guys, leading 6-1, and Green Bay Packers 3-5. We have the Chicago Bears 5, and we have the Detroit Lions 1-6. I don't know. I've kind of given up on the Detroit Lions this year, but the NFC South is all about this. The NFC South, can you believe it? The Atlanta Falcons. Yes, the Atlanta Falcons are 4-4, leading the NFC South. 4-4. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Wow, 3-5. We have the New Orleans Saints 3-5, and we have the Carolina Panthers 2-6. What an exciting game that was. Carolina and the Atlanta Falcons, who would figure both of them would put up such an exciting game. And the Atlanta Falcons, I called that game, they won. It was what a game. And what about the Seattle Seahawks? If you would have told me, well, by week 8, Seattle Seahawks would be 5-3, leading the division over the San Francisco 49ers. The San Francisco 49ers now, they were in the championship game of last year, and they lost to the Los Angeles Rams. Yes, and the Super Bowl Los Angeles Rams are 3-4, and the Arizona Cardinals are 3-5. Wow. I mean, that's just the teams that are in trouble are just amazing. The Rams are in deep trouble. I think the not the Carolina Panthers, but the Arizona Cardinals are in trouble. We're going to look at the AFC standings. We have the Buffalo Bills standing alone at 6-1. We have the New York Jets at 5-3. They came down to earth this last week. And we have the Miami Dolphins at 5-3. They're scratching their way back. They just barely beat the Detroit Lions in Detroit. What an exciting game. Once again, the Detroit Lions just put up some great numbers, but their defense just cannot stop anyone. And then we have the New England Patriots at 4-4. Wow. And then we have the AFC North, the Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens get Roquan Smith in trade from the Chicago Bears. Wow. Now that's a big wow, guys. Roquan Smith from the Chicago Bears, the best defensive player in the NFC, goes to the AFC on now the Baltimore Ravens, the number 1 Baltimore Ravens in their division, and they are looking stronger, that's for sure. We have the Cincinnati Bengals. What's up with the Cincinnati Bengals? I mean, last night, the Monday night football game was just horrendous. 5 sacks. Burrows had 5 sacks. He got sacked 5 times. Oh, my God. The Cleveland Browns defense came alive, and then their offense, they had no answer for Cooper. They had no answer for Chubb. You know, I'm telling you something, the Cleveland Browns, if they keep playing like they did last night, they might make a run for it. but they are 3-5 in the division. They're third. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers 2-6. They are in trouble. They're in trouble. Tomlin, I predicted this in the beginning of the year. I said that Tomlin, this is going to be his first losing season, and it looks like I was right. And then we have the AFC South. Well, the only team that's in the AFC South that's actually winning and is going to take the division again is the Tennessee Titans. They're looking all world with Mr. Derrick Henry once again running all over the Texans. He has their number. Last week, the Texans just couldn't stop Derrick Henry, and he had a huge game like he always has against the Texans. The Indianapolis Colts, guys. Indianapolis Colts. They're on their third-string quarterback. Their second string is Mick Foles, right? They have Ellinger. They have him going in now. I mean, they still look terrible. I think they're on a rebuild. They're talking about Hines, trading Hines. Mr. Taylor's been hurt all year. They're just not exciting, and their team is on the downfall. I think they're going to start making some trades. We have the Jacksonville Jags, third place, 2-6. You know, they're playing better, but they're still the Jacksonville Jags, aren't they? And then we have the 1-5-1 Texans. They didn't look good last week. Sometimes they look good, but that's against not so good teams. And, we have, the division here is just, it's not up for grabs. The Tennessee Titans will win this division. The next division, AFC West, and they have the Kansas City Chiefs flying high at 5-2. We have, 5-2, Kansas City Chiefs. Wow. And then we have the Los Angeles Chargers 4-3. And then we have the Denver Broncos winning in England. Maybe Russell Wilson should just, move to England because he looked really, really good. I mean, they really did. They had no answer, the Jags. I mean, Russell just, drove that team down, scored a touchdown. They won the game. Bravo for Russell Wilson. But guess what, guys? You are 3-5. Maybe, just maybe, you could start making a run and get into the playoffs. We'll see. We have the last place team in this division, which I thought was actually going to make maybe a run for the divisional, at least a wild card playoff team. We have, the Las Vegas Raiders, and they're 2-5. They just did not show up. Now, that I'm telling you something, that right there is a coaching error. How can you not have your team not show up? Not show up. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it, So, anyway, guys, we have your 2-minute warning, and it starts now. Number one, the Las Vegas Raiders are in trouble. They get trounced by the New Orleans Saints. I mean, trounced 24-0. I mean, they're in trouble, guys. I don't understand McDaniels and what he's doing with this team yet. I'm telling you right now, the Las Vegas Raiders are in trouble. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, and they are in trouble. Number two, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are in trouble. I don't want to listen to these hacks telling me that, it's Tom Brady, it's Tom Brady. It's not just Tom Brady. They're just not playing to their potential. And, Tom Brady looks inept because he doesn't have a team that, he's not 30s. He's in his 40s, and he needs a cast around him to win. And he doesn't have that cast around him to win. So that team is in trouble. Number three, the Los Angeles Rams. Yes, the Los Angeles Rams are in trouble. Matthew Stafford, it's just not Matthew. It's the whole entire team. They can't run. They looked terrible against the San Francisco 49ers, Nicky's Niners. They look good. Help me out here. The Los Angeles Rams are in trouble. Number 4, the Arizona Cardinals. In trouble, guys. In trouble. They're 3-5. They fell flat against the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota Vikings 6-1. Now Minnesota Vikings, they should have won that game. The Cardinals should have really pulled it out. But Kyler Murray and company, they're just, something's missing there. I think it's the running backs, Connors. If they can get Connors back, they might be doing what I really do think that they're in trouble of making the playoffs. That's your 2-minute warning. Welcome to week 9. Wow. This is going to be fun, guys. Yes, Thursday night football, we have the Eagles going into the Texans. The Eagles playing the Texans in Texas, 5-1. I mean, can the Eagles have an easier schedule or what? What can you say on this one? The Eagles are flying high. They're all that and then some. And the Texans look just terrible against the Tennessee Titans. Now, mind you, watch this game, because this is going to be a precursor. Look how the Titans just rolled on the Texans, right? The Houston Texans. The Tennessee Titans just rolled on them, right? The Eagles. Let's see how they roll on the Texans. Are they rolling on the Texans like the Tennessee Titans did? We'll see. Give this one up to Philadelphia Eagles. Will beat the Texans on Thursday night football. And the next game we have on Sunday morning, this is going to be interesting. We have the Buffalo Bills. Beating the Green Bay Packers 27-17. Now, the Green Bay Packers, they didn't actually play bad. Against the Buffalo Bills, they didn't really play bad. I thought they were going to even come back in that game. And they played tough. Josh Allen having 2 terrible throws. He looked like Wilson out there throwing interceptions. They're going to have to work on that. I know that they were, winning big, and they have that opportunity where you can try to make an amazing play, or something that you wouldn't be doing against Kansas City or something like that. But it's Josh Allen, guys. And it's going into the Jets. Wilson looked terrible this last week. The Jets looked terrible. The Jets look like the Jets. They really did. This game, give it up to the Buffalo Bills over the New York Jets in New York. Game, we have the Los Angeles Chargers going into Atlanta. Yeah, Atlanta's flying high, guys. They're 4-4. The Chargers are 4-3. They had the bye week. They had time to rest, but I'm telling you something, those Falcons are really, really good. This Falcon team is dynamic. They're a great running team, hard to stop. I'm going to give this one up to the Atlanta Falcons at home. Yeah, Atlanta Falcons beating the Los Angeles Chargers in Atlanta. The next game, we have the Miami Dolphins. Yes, the Miami Dolphins going into Chicago. Chicago played pretty good. Justin Fields is playing better. He is really playing better. And we have the Dolphins going into Chicago this next game. This is going to be a fun game to watch, because that Chicago Bear defense, well, they're not going to have Roquan Smith any longer, right? They just traded him. And I think the Dolphins, you'd never know what's going to happen up in Chicago with the weather and stuff. If it's raining, they're mudders. So, but I'm giving this one up to the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins over the Chicago Bears in Chicago. We have the next game, Panthers. The Panthers really played well against Atlanta Falcons. They really, really played well. What an exciting game that was. They really should have won. Pineo missing 2 field goals, they would have won, and missing the extra point. And, come on. More, don't throw your helmet off. We get a big 15-yard penalty on that. and then they missed the extra point. They could have won the game on that one, but sad, sad, sad. I would sit the player on that one. That's for sure. We have the Panthers coming into the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals didn't look good at all. Their offense looked obsolete. They didn't look good at all. They are missing Jamar Chase. Isn't it funny how you're missing that one player, and it's that lightning player, that lightning rod of the offense, and you're missing him, and look what happened. The Browns rolled all over the Bengals. 5 sacks. Burrows had 5 sacks. The offensive line not protecting Burrows. But the thing of it is, they're cover sacks, guys. They're cover sacks. They were covering those wideouts, I just don't see, I'm giving this as an upset. This is my upset special of the week. I'm giving the Carolina Panthers over the Cincinnati Bengals and an upset in Cincinnati. This is my upset special. Give it up to the Panthers over the Bengals. We have the next game. We have the Packers going into Detroit. 1-6 Detroit. The Green Bay Packers, they played a little bit better. They played better. They really gave Buffalo. They looked like they were going to come back, but still they're missing wideouts. They're missing some good. They weren't getting any type of separation, the wideouts, with the Buffalo Bill football team. They weren't at all. If you looked at the game, I was looking at the backfield. They had all those wideouts covered, but Aaron Rodgers found a way. He found the way to make some points. Aaron Jones, how about Aaron Jones? Wow, just running wild. I really think that the Lions. This is a exciting game. The Lions could come alive and just beat the Green Bay Packers, and the Green Bay Packers are, like I said last week, they are in trouble, and I think they're still in trouble. I think this is going to be a great game. You know what? This is going to be a surprising game. I'm going to give this one up to the Detroit Lions over the Green Bay Packers. Yes, I'm going to have the Detroit Lions beating the Green Bay Packers. This is upset number 2 of this week. Yes, there's going to be a couple upsets this week. This is upset number 2. The Detroit Lions are going to beat the Green Bay Packers. The next game, we have the Las Vegas Raiders going into the Jacksonville Jags. The Jags just fell apart. Their defense didn't look good. They weren't covering the wideouts in England. Maybe it was the whole going to England thing. They weren't ready. I tell you something. Lawrence looks pretty good. Lawrence looks really good. They're still the Jacksonville Jags, and the 2-minute warning, I gave this one up to number 1 with my 2-minute warning this week, and it's the Las Vegas Raiders. I think they are in trouble, and getting shut out in New Orleans, that was a sad state of affair. But they're going to bounce back on this one. They're going to be on the grass in Jacksonville. They're going to beat the Jacksonville Jags. Give it up to the Las Vegas Raiders over the Jacksonville Jags in Jacksonville. We have the next game. We have the 6-1 Minnesota Vikings traveling to Washington. Now, Washington's been putting up some great numbers. Heineke. I love that name Heineke because it reminds me of Heineken. Every time I say the kid's name, I want to drink a beer. You know what I mean? And so, but the Minnesota Vikings, 6-1 Minnesota Vikings going into the Washington Commanders home field in Washington. Might be messy. They're not at home for the Minnesota Vikings, but they really looked good last week. Just this Minnesota Viking team, they beat the Arizona Cardinals. I think the Arizona Cardinals are in trouble as well, but the Arizona Cardinals, I think they're a better team than the Washington Commanders, even though the Washington Commanders have a better record. I think that the Minnesota Vikings will end up 7-1 at the end of this game. Give this game up to the Minnesota Vikings over the Commanders. Next game, we have the Seattle Seahawks. Flying high Seattle Seahawks going into the Arizona Cardinals. Wow. Cardinals look great. at times they really do look great. The Cardinals really do look great. But the Seahawks look even better. The Seahawks just winning, beating the New York Football Giants in Seattle. But now they have to travel to Arizona and play the Arizona Cardinals. Okay? Well, this game is going to be a little bit different for the Seattle Seahawks because the Cardinals have to win this game. They have to win this game to stay in contention. They just have to. And they're at home. Seattle Seahawks are a really good team. They're a better team than everyone thinks. They have that running game. They have the passing game. I'm going to give this one up to, the Seattle Seahawks. I think they're going to continue to win. I think it's going to be an exciting game, high-scoring game, this one. But I'm giving this one up to the Seattle Seahawks over their Arizona Cardinals in Arizona. Okay? The next game we have the Los Angeles Rams going into the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Los Angeles Rams, they're searching for that running Nakeem Hines from the Indianapolis Colts. He's up for grabs. Hey, hear about this one. Alvin Kamara this morning came out, and the Buffalo Bills are actually looking to get Alvin Kamara. Yes, Alvin Kamara, guys. Yeah, the Buffalo Bills are in talks with the New Orleans Saints. Yeah, about Alvin Kamara. Wow, that would be huge. I bet you the Rams are even in talks with him as well because they need a running back. The Rams coming into the Tampa Bay Bucks. Rams 3-4, Tampa Bay Bucks 3-5. Man, this is going to be a tough game. This is like a coin toss game. I'm going to give this one up to the Tampa Bay Bucks in Tampa to win, beat the Rams. Rams will end up 3-5, and the Buccaneers will be 4-5 at the end of this game. Game is Sunday Night Football. Sunday Night Football. The Titans, yes, the Titans coming into the Kansas City Chiefs, playing the Kansas City Chiefs. 5-2 Titans, 5-2 Chiefs. Wow. What a great Sunday Night Football game this is going to be. We have two powerhouse teams just battling it out. Mahomes at home, Tennessee Titans. That I don't know if they're going to be able to stop the run. The Kansas City Chiefs, I don't know if they're going to be able to stop the run of Mr. Henry, but if they stop the run, they have, the Titans really have nothing else to throw at them. They have the Willis, they have the rookie that was starting over Tannehill. I guess Tannehill was ill, and they put Willis in. He won his first game, but look who they beat. But anyway, they beat the Texans. Well, we all know that story. 5-1. You get to stop bragging about that one. So we have the Tennessee Titans. I think they're going to play tough, but this is going to be my lock of the week. My lock of the week is the Kansas City Chiefs at home beating the Tennessee Titans. This is going to be a tough game, guys. This is a tough lock, but I'm giving this one up. I'm giving us the Kansas City Chiefs lock of the week to beat the Tennessee Titans. Monday Night Football. Wow. I love this game. This game is going to be a fun game. This is going to be fun. This is going to be a test for the Baltimore Ravens because they have Roquan Smith now. They have a new weapon in the defense. Great for them. The Saints 3-5. The Ravens 5-3. This is going to be an exciting game. It's in New Orleans. The Ravens better get there, and when they come into New Orleans, they better be ready to play because look at what happened to the Las Vegas Raiders. They weren't ready to play, and the New Orleans Saints shut them out. And then they have an offense that scored 24 points as well. But the Ravens, it's a little different team. I think the Ravens are a much better team than the Las Vegas Raiders. They're a running team. They have some great talented people. Edwards is back. Drake is back. We have Lamar Jackson. We have Duvernay. Bateman will be there. The new rookie likely the tight end. He looked great because Mark Andrews got out. Mark Andrews looks like he's going to play this game as well. Wow. And we have the Saints. They're trying to trade Alvin Kamara. Kamara might not be on the team come Sunday. Seriously, today is the deadline at 4 p.m. today, the trade deadline for all NFL teams. And it looks like Kamara is going to be traded. So I'm going to give this one up to the Baltimore Ravens. They'll end up 6-3 at the end of this game. Looking great, Baltimore Ravens. Guys, remember, get out the vote. It's next week, right? Wow. That's voting. Remember to get out the vote. Go to nfl.com/votes and get out the vote. It's very important. We have a lot to vote for, a lot of issues to vote for, really, democracy, women's rights, all that good stuff. Guys, get out to vote. And once again, breast cancer awareness, go to Crucial Catch at NFLshop.com and just type in Crucial Catch and get some paraphernalia. They give all the proceeds from Crucial Catch right to breast cancer awareness, which is really, very important. And last but not least, give it up for the mixed cocktail hour.
3.
Welcome.
Yeah, where's Tammy?
5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Watch Mixed Cocktail Hour. You have Tammy. You have Scott just making some great drinks. Tammy drinking the drinks, doing her stuff. Love that show. Love that show. It's live, guys. 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time every single Friday. Watch it. Dean Blagg, love your brother. Guys, thank you. Week 9. See you next week.